Chapter 7: Conscious Affirmations versus Unconscious Mentations. Words have power. They carry an energetic frequency. They can evoke intense reactions. They can shift your state in the blink of an eye. And when spoken as truth, words determine the course of your destiny. We have a flow of words running through our minds pretty much constantly, making up that incessant chatter that we identify with, engage with, and allow to direct our decisions. Even when we know that those decisions are not right or good for us, we still listen and act on the words that create the most compelling argument for us in that moment. For example, "Oh, go on then, just one more biscuit." It's this incessant chatter that talks you down from the ledge of playing full out in life, telling you that you're either too much or that you're not enough, so often that you begin to accept it as truth. A very many of our ceaseless thoughts are repetitive, habitual, and conditioned. We think the same crap every single day, and often we've been thinking the same crap for years. You could say that you're thinking without thinking. The unceasing stream of negative mentation may sound like, "I don't know what I'm doing. I can't do what I want. I feel so depressed. What's wrong with me? I'm tired. It's hard. I'm stupid. I'm not good enough." We're so used to these thoughts that they're like background noise. They slip through our awareness unguarded and straight to the subconscious mind, where they land and become part of our state of being. We unconsciously identify with them. To quote James Allen, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so shall he be." It's time to retrain the brain, to get the mental track shoes on and start exercising. Now, I have to tell you that I am crazy about affirmations and incantations. When I committed to a daily practice, I could not believe how fast things shifted in my reality to reflect what I was affirming. Now, I've been consciously using affirmations since 2015, when I was about 9 months into my coaching business and at a time when I seriously had nothing to lose. Like, seriously, nothing to lose. I'd made a grand total of about £500 in my first 9 months, and I was desperate. At the time, I was skeptical about the power of affirmations and a little bit snooty, if I'm honest. You can read into that downright cynical about all of this woo-hooery. But when you're desperate and your exasperated business coach is telling you every week to journal and do your affirmations, I figured, what the hell? I'll give it a go. So I wrote out 10 affirmations that resonated with what I wanted for myself and that covered every area of my life and business. Within 72 hours, I started to experience some shifts and I noticed evidence of my affirmations. Within 30 days, I sold my first 90-day package of coaching that was over $2,000. So naturally, I was elated and excited, and I continued to affirm daily for the next 30 days. Well, you'd think that's what I did, wouldn't you? Actually, I stopped. I thought, I've nailed this thing. I don't need all the hocus pocus. But before long, my default thoughts started to creep back and my happy results stopped. So after a slow and frustrating few weeks, I jumped back into my affirmation practice. And again, within a matter of 24 to 48 hours, I started noticing the positive shifts. And within 14 days of starting up my affirmations again, I sold another 2 coaching packages. Wow, I was on a roll, baby. So after a few months of consistent practice, I noticed that I felt as though what I had been affirming was becoming my truth at a subconscious level. I'd effectively created some new empowering habits of thought that were chosen by me, that served and supported me in my life and business at the current time. This signified the right time for me to upgrade my affirmations and therefore my life. Now, if you have some resistance or you find that affirmations don't work for you because of that annoying little voice that argues for your limitations based on appearances or your so called reality, then stay with me here. I created a specific method for creating affirmations that not only drowns out that annoying little voice, but also creates fast results, builds the faith muscle, and helps you move forward with greater ease, flow, and fun. So let's say you're a coach in business and you want to create a £10,000 month, which is not an uncommon aspiration for an online coach. You might affirm, I earn £10,000 every month, or I am so happy and grateful now that I earn £10,000 per month. Except you're not earning that, and you never have. And you don't even have any evidence to say that you ever will either. At least that's the dialogue of that annoying little voice. That annoying little voice will undermine your best efforts with snide remarks, making you feel silly, doubtful, and inclined to lower your sights. It's no wonder you find it hard to commit to a daily affirmation practice when they actually make you feel bad. They're probably paralyzing you because they're highlighting the gap between where you are and where you want to be, making the gap feel more like an abyss. So here's the trick to affirmations and making this work. Reverse engineer your desires. Distill your affirmations into positive statements of results that you can reasonably expect to receive within the next 48 to 72 hours. Let me demonstrate using the above £10,000 per month example. So I'm going to presuppose that you already know why you desire this money and how achieving this outcome would totally rock your world. So now reverse engineer the steps to getting that £10,000, starting with the outcome and taking yourself through a questioning process as follows. The goal. I earn £10,000 per month as a coach. Question. What would have to happen for me to earn £10,000? Answer. I would have to sign X number of clients. And obviously, by virtue of you knowing what your coaching package price is, you'll know how many clients you need to sign. Second question. What would have to happen for you to sign X number of clients? Answer. I would have to attract quality leads through effective content marketing. Question. What would have to happen for you to attract quality leads through effective content marketing? Answer. I would have to be consistently visible with high quality content. Question. What would have to happen for you to be consistently visible with high quality content? Answer. I'd have to have inspired creative ideas for content and show up and share with confidence every day. So you can keep going to get the base level musts that you must do in order to escalate up to your desired goal. Now you can create affirmations that sound more like these. I show up fearlessly every single day with clarity and confidence. Creativity flows to me and through me, and I always know what to say. Content flows through me effortlessly. I love being so inspired. I love knowing that my messaging is drawing my ideal clients to me. I love creating content that resonates with my audience. As you affirm these and allow the words to penetrate your state of being, you'll start to feel the shift in your clarity and your energy. You'll notice an increase in content creativity and inspired ideas for your next post or video series. You'll notice more people acknowledging your content and thanking you for inspiring them. You'll feel more aligned and happier as you're actually in the flow of creation. Both the way you feel and the results you're producing become evidence of the shift in your focus, your energy, and your attention. This then forms the foundation for the action taking and the energy that will manifest your desired £10,000 outcome. Give it a go for the next 7 days and notice the improvement in your results and how you feel. Jen Sincero. Gratitude is one-stop shopping on your road to mightiness. Fundamental to my ability to shift my state from lack to abundance on a more consistent basis was to practice gratitude every single day. Gratitude puts you in a state of appreciation for what you have now. And as you focus on appreciating what you have now, the law of attraction brings you more of the same. That is, yet more to feel appreciative of. The following is a quote from Rhonda Byrne's The Magic. When you apply the idea of gratitude to Newton's law of motion, being every action always has an opposite and equal reaction, it says every action of giving thanks always causes an opposite reaction of receiving. And what you receive will always be equal to the amount of gratitude you've given. This means that the very action of gratitude sets off a reaction of receiving, and the more sincerely and the more deeply grateful you feel, the more you will receive. End quote. Expressing gratitude also improves your mood and diminishes stress. As you're focusing on and appreciating everything that is good in your life, you create a positive internal shift in your hormone levels. The stress hormone cortisol reduces and your body releases feel-good hormones, serotonin, dopamine, and endorphins into your system. When you're stressed, oxygen flow to the prefrontal cortex, which is the center of logic and reasoning in your brain, is restricted. You feel woolly and unable to think clearly. Stress is a killer of creativity and resourcefulness because when you're stressed, you're operating in a hypervigilant fight or flight mode, which means you're naturally switched on to anything and everything that threatens your survival and is the reason you're experiencing fear and anxiety. You have to exercise deliberate and practiced focusing to overcome this default response, which is where a daily gratitude practice is critical. I promise you, as you do this every day, you will experience incredible shifts in your state of being and your reality very quickly. Journal excerpt, day 2 continued. It's going to take mental, emotional, and physical fitness to achieve my goal. So much of the mental toughness comes from taking control of my physical fitness. And I know personally that when I'm out running and in a regular exercise routine, I feel amazing. Running helps me to feel such clarity and mental tenacity as well as physically strong. I also seem to generate a ton of ideas for content for my live streams and my blog posts when I'm out there pounding the streets. I haven't been running for such a long time. It's annoying how powerfully beneficial I find it, and yet it's the first thing I drop when I feel stressed and overwhelmed. Anyway, I shall incorporate exercise into my daily schedule with immediate effect. I remembered this morning that when I started my business 3 years ago, I was journaling every single day and doing my gratitude practice religiously. I would mark the days off, and it would usually take 30 days before I started to manifest the results I wanted. It was amazing. I remember how I'd feel great and so happy. You'd imagine that I'd keep up the practice that brought me those happy results as a matter of priority, wouldn't you? But I never kept it up. I'd get a few more weeks in and then I'd start to waver and falter and inadvertently lose interest and momentum. I don't know why. Of course, we know I'm talking about self-sabotage, but more on that in later chapters. Back to the journal. Perhaps once I started to feel good, I'd relax and become lazy or something. Or the daily words would lose a bit of impact, so it's not as powerful and therefore not as enjoyable. Oh, I don't know. But the important point here is that I must reintroduce my daily mindset and practice gratitude journaling. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Every day, I'm going to list 10 things for which I'm blessed and grateful for, and give thanks for what is coming. Not only expressing gratitude for what already is received, but practicing and expressing thanks for what is desired as though it's already received. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The rule of three, according to Rhonda Byrne, is an important number in the creative process. Say thank you, thank you, thank you 3 times so you're really savoring the words and the feelings instead of just paying lip service. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the income I received, which has enabled me to complete my book, paid in full, and have it published. Journal excerpt, day 6. For the past 2 days, I've been practicing thanking the universe in advance for magical experiences in my day and expressing gratitude for the great news coming to me. For example, I expressed gratitude for my journey to the dentist being a smooth one. I expressed thanks for the wonderful engagement in my Facebook community that I wanted to experience, and I expressed gratitude in advance for the new client signing up with me, as I did have a discovery call booked in. I received all those things and so much more. I had so much lively engagement in my Facebook community, which is perfect. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I signed a new client into my 4-month package. I radiated clarity and confidence in my offering and my ability to help, and she just said yes. Clarity, confidence, focus, and gratitude are so powerful. Feeling good first is essential, so I'm going to get my nails done and go for a run. Focus, focus, focus. Focus on everything I want. I booked an appointment with Abby, my homeopath, today to clear the niggly pain I'm getting in my hip. As I did so, I expressed happiness to pay for her services. I hesitated briefly as I thought about paying the fee, but then I remembered that I am valuing myself by taking care of my body and appreciating my desire to get to the root of the niggle in my hip before it gets any worse. Magically, Abby asked me if I'd be happy to do a session trade. She would like my coaching services as she requires some clarity. She values my services highly, and this was a demonstration that I am worth more than I give myself credit for. What a wonderful sign of abundance. Jeremy and I went out for a meal to celebrate my new client, and I celebrated the abundance of lovely food and drink. Thank you, Jeremy, for sharing in my joy. I am abundant. I also generously tipped the creative genius in Fiverr who created this book cover. End of journal excerpt. Call to action. Your daily gratitude practice. Every day, list 10 things for which you are grateful and the reasons why you're grateful for it to give the list real meaning to you. Every morning, give thanks in advance for the day going well with details of how it will go well for you. For example, the traffic being free-flowing and your client calls going well. Set an alarm prompt to look at your bank balance every day, and as you do so, focus on 3 areas of abundance, such as the abundance of laughter in your friendships, the abundance of food in your fridge, of hot running water, of the autumn leaves on the trees that are so beautiful. We want what we want because we believe that we will feel happier when we have it. We're really chasing the feeling. We want to be happy. We want to feel joy, love, and prosperity. We want to feel abundant and successful. And we believe that we will feel that when we have the stuff, the money, the house overlooking the sea, the thriving business. In my capacity as a sales coach, I teach my clients that people make all their buying decisions emotionally. We all do. We justify the purchase with logic, but ultimately the driving force in our decision making is how it makes us feel or how we believe it will feel once we have it. Whether you want to bask in prosperity or you want to experience the feeling of security and peace of mind, your job is to feel good and raise your vibration to match the higher frequencies of your desires. To feel the good feelings of your desires as though they are already manifest. Your desire for more money so you can free yourself from your debt and say yes to more of what you want means raising your vibration to become a match to more money. So how do you do this? By training yourself to focus deliberately on money and not the lack of it. to notice and acknowledge all the money that is flowing to you, to surround yourself with images of money and flood your subconscious with affirmative statements of appreciation and faith. When you are deliberately looking for signs of money and abundance coming to you, guess what? You find it everywhere, from coins in the street to money in pockets of jackets you haven't worn for months, to vouchers for free coffee and discount coupons on your favorite things. It all represents the energetic vibration of money. Acknowledge, for example, when your friend offers to buy you lunch or when you receive a gift of any sort. See this as playing a game. You're seeking out all the signs of abundance that are everywhere and all around you. As Catherine Ponder says, there's gold dust in the air. Pictures of money, post-it notes with affirmations on your fridge, your mirror, and on your phone are all ways to flood your subconscious and help you exercise the muscle of focus. What you focus on expands. The law of attraction will see to that. Your thoughts send out the clear signal of what you want, while your strong feelings act like a magnet attracting it to you. So, as you think appreciative thoughts of money and feel the corresponding glow of gratitude, you will attract more positive thoughts, create more positive energy, and receive the ideas, the circumstances, and the people to help you take positive action. Journal excerpt day 8. I received my money tracker calendar today. I filled it in for the whole month with every bit of money that I had coming in. I'm choosing to focus on all the money coming in rather than focus on what is going out. Consistent action is vital, and it's okay not to know exactly how I'm going to achieve my goal. I'm beginning to accept and enjoy this as a game. I'm playing with the universe. My job is to feel good, take consistent action, focus on what I want, ease and flow, money flowing to me, consistent income, clients coming in, new ideas and opportunities to grow my business, and the completion of my book. I am open to the infinite possibilities that my goal can be accomplished. I decided last week to surround myself with money. I'm visual. I need to see money. So I put 2 crisp £20 notes in a glass jar in my bedroom, and that excites me literally whenever I see it, which is every single day. Then I put 2 £20 notes in my purse, which I've decided to always have money in my purse, facing forward, neatly presented to show my abundance and my respect for money. Whenever I open my purse, I see money. Third thing is that I did the Rhonda Byrne exercise of putting a post-it note on a, quote, dollar bill. Of course, I put mine on a brand new, shiny £10 note. The post-it note says, "Thank you for all the money I've been given throughout my life." Every day I hold that note and I thank the universe for all the money I've received and all the money that is on its way to me. This is very powerful for raising my vibration and focusing on abundance. Today, I held a book and shut my eyes and allowed my fingers to trace over the embossed letters and the smooth cover and the hard spine, and I pictured holding my book paid in full. Call to action. On a month-to-view calendar, write each day you receive money. The denomination is irrelevant to the universe. Money is money. So if it's a 1p in the street, pick it up and declare, "Thank you. Money is everywhere and I am receiving it now." Write down your income when it comes in, any benefits or gifts and money off vouchers and coupons. Play the game every day by setting an intention to seek out money from the gold dust that's in the air. Have money in your purse that you won't touch. My coach calls it her warrior line. It might be a £10 or a £20 note, but that stays put. Also, find a nice clean jar for your bedroom and put the largest denomination note that you can in it so you can clearly see it every day. Have images of money and affirmative statements on your screensaver. Print out your credit card statements and bank statements. White out the balances and write the balances you want to see instead. As my good friend Diane says, this shit really works. Yes, it does, so long as you stick with it and follow through. Make peace with your desires for money and abundance and be proud of yourself for your willingness to apply the principles that will radically improve your mindset and your life.